Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Haushai Ba'ashim Kakadash. Brother Elder Ayathun back at you with another video. If y'all haven't seen this video on the screen, I urge y'all to go check it out. My vision of the Apostle Tahar and the jewelry, There Was No More Space, by GMS Exalt the Most High. I will put the link in the description. But I just want to say a couple words really quick. Now, you gotta watch the video, this original video, but to make it brief in the video, the brother saw Elder Apostle Tahar sitting at a table, and he had sent the other apostles out to go get supplies. This was Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakan, Apostle Ramlop, for them, which four represents mercy. And as they were away getting the things that they were asked to get, a man walked into the room. I perceived this man was an angel. As I'm listening to the dream, tall man walks into the room with a briefcase, opens it up, starts pulling out jewelry, chains, necklaces, rings, and putting on Apostle Tahar until no more could fit. And Apostle Tahar was like, I can't fit anymore on my body. I got my fingers are all filled up, my neck, I can't pour any more jewelry on. So the man put the jewelry back in a briefcase, and then he set it down on the floor. And he asked them, where's your other men? Where's your fellows? And he said, well, they're out getting supplies. And the angel confirmed and nodded, gave like a smile. And they kind of said, Apostle Tahar was like, I know who you are. And then the man was like, I know who you are as well. And they gave each other a hug, right? And then the other apostles came back, and they're like, look, we couldn't find the stuff that you sent us to get. And the angel, or the tall man, which I perceived the angel, he basically was like, in this briefcase, there's more jewelry than you guys would be able to fit on your bodies as well. You're going to be overwhelmed with this jewelry. So the jewelry that was in a briefcase was enough for Apostle Tahar to fill up his neck, his rings, his fingers, as well as the other apostles. And then he also said, where are the rest of your fellows? That tells me that was a big table in a big room. The brother said it was a massive room, and that means it had to be a big table as well. And he said, well, the other ones, they're out there working. And the man was like, thou answer as well. And then that was pretty much the end of the dream. So I just want to do a very short commentary because a couple scriptures came up to my mind I want to bring out. And what I perceive in a dream, that tall man, it was an angel. And it was probably somebody that is in the spirit world, that Apostle Tahar and the other apostles as well, that they know from back in the day. Somebody that Most High sent back to them to send them this message. The jewelry represented the knowledge. And it was a position that Apostle Tahar knew was his. That's why when the man gave out the jewelry, he didn't say, look, I can't take this or anything like that. He put it on, because it was something he knew that belonged on him, that was given to him. So he freely took it and he put it on as much as he can accept. He put it on. And Apostle Tahar knew who the man was. The man knew who Apostle Tahar was, obviously. The apostles, the rest of the apostles, they went out to get goods. So these are things that they went out to get to help furnish the ministry, to help push the ministry go further. So these are the men directly under Apostle Tahar, But then you got the other men, the rest of the brothers of GMS, who are out there working, pushing this truth. Now, I got scriptures, so don't worry, I'm going to bring the scriptures out. Excuse me. The table represents there's a doctrine that we all share, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding directly handed down from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's the same table that Yahweh Shai sits at. Okay? So, let's go into scriptures. I got a couple, then we're going to end it on that. Isaiah 61:9. Verse 10. To go straight to the point. I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power, which is who? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels. So the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures is the jewels. All right, these are the jewels. These are what makes you desirable in the eyes of the Most High. You know, scripture said, put on thy beautiful garments. That involves decking yourself with jewelry. The jewelry is this knowledge. When you're doing when you're doing the work of the Most High correctly to the best of your ability, you become desirable. You know, you become desirable to them. It's like a woman that's decked out in jewels, got her gown on, a white gown. You know, because we're represented as chaste virgins, right? In the scriptures, a chaste virgin would have a white gown on, be decked out in jewels, have the hair done and everything, make itself desirable. So this knowledge is what that represents. That, you know. So let's keep it moving. Like I said, I made this too long. Nope. I got Romans 11:33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Now, in a dream, the angel told Apostle Tahar that there's more. There's a next level. These jewels I'm giving you, this is not it. There's a next level, but in order to reach the next level, you must change, right? Because yes, we do know everything. 1 John 2:20, GMS have 100% truth, but the scripture said we know in part and we prophesy in part, right? So there's more to what we already know. And these bodies that we have now, these earthly bodies that we have now, our knowledge is limited. You know, our knowledge is limited. But once we get into the new bodies and become in those incorruptible bodies, then we can handle the next level. Okay? We can handle the next level after we receive these new bodies, which is infinite knowledge. Our bodies cannot handle that right now. The scriptures say, much studying make thee mad. If you sit down and try to read the scriptures 24/7 and absorb all that knowledge, you can't do it. We can't do it. So we need next level. Okay? We need next level. We need new hardware, which are going to be these new bodies, in order to take everything else that the Most High wants to give. That's why it says, oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. When the Apostle Paul, when he gave up the spirit and he went into the fourth dimension, there's a point he went to the fourth dimension. And then he came back. The Most High revived him. But at that point, the things that he saw, he couldn't even find words to describe what he saw. So that shows you these bodies that we can't even handle what we're going to witness in the kingdom of heaven. We need the new bodies to understand what the hell is going on around us. Because it's going to be so deep and so high level. You know? So there's more knowledge than this that the Most High is going to instill in us after we are changed into the incorruptible bodies and we're brought to the highest level we can be brought to. So it says, oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Boom. What else do I have here? This is Psalm 69 and 22. It says, let their table become a snare before them. So as I said, the table that Apostle Tahar was sitting at, that represents our understanding of this knowledge. You know, a table represents like a council where you go to hash things out. You know, understand things. There's when people need to figure something out, they'll say, you know what, let's sit at the table. You know, that they'll go grab some coffee and go sit at the table and figure the things out. In the corporate world, that's a term. When something needs to be hashed out or figured out, they'll say, you know what, let's table this for later. Or they'll say, let's have a round table discussion about this. You understand? So let their table become a snare before them. At the Passover, the last Passover Yahushua had with the apostles, right? It was at a table, in the upper room at a table. And on the table, he had the Passover meats, goodly things. He also had the wine and the bread, which represented the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, which the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is Yahushua. He comes in the volume of the book. The word was made flesh, okay? So he supped with them from that table, okay? So if you're sitting at that table with Yahushua and you're supping with him, you're going to get good things from that table. Your understanding of the scriptures is going to be correct. So this this verse here is something that King David said in the spirit. He said, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, this knowledge, let it become a trap, meaning a stumbling block, right? One perfect example is the name of Yahushua, Yahushua, using those names. That was something that should have been for their welfare, but it became a trap, a stumbling block unto them, because their understanding is all screwed up. Their table, you see? Here's an example. This is their table. If you're not teaching the right things, if you don't have the proper understanding, if your understanding doesn't come from Yahushua, this is what your table is going to look like. French fries, fried onion rings, cheeseburgers, things that are going to have a bad effect on your health. Okay, right now we're talking about spiritual health. But when you sit at the table of Yahushua, okay, the table that we're sitting at, obviously, because that's the names that we push. There's a table that Apostle Tahar was sitting at in a dream with the other apostles and the rest of us. This is our table, okay? Goodly things, things that are beneficial in the spirit, that bring you to a high level, you know? So it says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Okay? And right now their loins doesn't necessarily represent physically. It could be spiritually, meaning their understanding, because they're not going to know what the hell is going on. So their congregation, as I said, I did a video before this. I may have to redo it because some of the audio didn't come out. But I said, let's see how long it's going to take them to admit that they're wrong. Because their congregation is going to come up to these different groups about the MOTB and about other things that are happening, and their loins are going to shake, meaning they're spiritually, their mind. They're not going to be able to give an answer, okay? And they're over there stressing, losing weight and all that because they're like, what am I going to say? I'm going to lose my congregation, stressing out. So anyway, with that, I think that's it. I'm going to say shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kal-Kadash. May the Most High bless you, brothers and sisters, I believe, and bless your families. We're almost out of here. That dream was a mega faith booster. You know, these brothers had these different dreams, man. It boosts you, it revitalizes you. You know, it's like drinking coconut water and all of them electrolytes. Just gives you that extra oomph, you know. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.